name, something like that. He's like, Kessler, and I showed it, and he says, okay, good, fine, no problem. Put it. And I even managed to carry it into the house without putting it down and picking it up.
I know it.
Okay. Yeah, I don't know how much I'm gonna watch because I think I need to lay down too before I go out. Oh, there's Dad.
Hi, are you both on? Nothing really
background noise from somewhere else, or is do you know?
Very good. The ticket's very good, even though it's old.
And we are supposed to
Over watching from here, they want to see him. Yeah. You can see what's going on there. Take a look. You can see what's going on there.
Larry, now it's supposed to be.
you said?
I said, introduce yourself.
What's Zevi?
Introduce yourself.
What did you say?
Zevi, I'm officially muted.
Fine. Ready? Yochanan? Well, I just want to send mommy the link in a second. Yochanan, second.
Everyone, please
Close.
mute careful the host.
Salam Aleichem, Naftali Horowitz. Nice to see you. All the best, all the best. And Uncle Phil and all the chevra. Have a pleasant day.
Welcome everybody to Siyum Taanis. It's a big pleasure for everyone to be here tonight. I see so many faces, a little bit unfamiliar, many familiar. Baruch Hashem. Dr. Jacobs, good to see you. I love you, Dr. Factor. Nobody knows him. No attention. Darcy's available on the big table here. Okay, so on the music for tonight, we have Trachtenberg and the Zero. I mean, that would be a good name for your band. The Zero would have been a very good name. But actually, Schlepping Naka. Schlepping Naka, so we're going to big round of applause to Schlepping Naka. And they came out with their first music video, Ice in the Rainbow, and the next music video is coming out soon. It's going to be unbelievable. Okay. A few welcomes to some people. I have to call out the Shopsikon from Baytown, an old friend of mine from Yeshiva. No, you're not speaking, don't worry. I made a Kabura with on the Thursday night in Yeshiva. Still remember the Kiddush Yaakov. Unbelievable. Shopsi, so nice to have you here with us all the way from Baytown. Brother Sam, we got the guys from on the back, of course. And really from all over the place. Without further ado, our first speaker of the evening, I go back to see quite a while ago. I would say about a little over 20 years. I was in Camp Machanayim with him, and I saw this bacher, this counselor, and I'll never forget, and I always tell this to him, when we were on a trip, and Rabbi Garrett looks at the screen at the front of the bus and says, "Today we are watching the movie Black," he says to me. And I always look at the black screen, he says, "Today we're watching the movie Black," and that line saved us. Rabbi Garrett is here. He's a special person. He's an outstanding cook. He's a real Ben Torah. his colorful personality, and a wonderful human being. Rebecca Garrett, please, the song of the night. Everybody, please be quiet so that every time can be heard. Thank you. Hi, my name is Eitan, and I'm an MDY addict.
Could somebody please put the video more to the speaker?
I've been with MDY since the beginning of brothers. And just yesterday, Ravon asked me to speak, so I said I'll try to put some thoughts together about what MDY means to me, and what I think it means to other people, and why I say that. So there was an email not too long ago, I think it was just a few days ago actually, where someone referred to the Shir as a cult. And that wasn't the first time that I heard it. I heard it a few times before. And my answer to that was in recently suggesting a certain shir, a certain speech from the Aguda Convention to someone, a certain friend of mine said to me, I don't listen to that rabbi, he's a cult. So I'm like, okay. And I went and I told that to my wife, and right away she smiled, you know, Russian. And she said, anyone that tells the MS is going to be called a cult. And people that don't want to listen to the MS will call it a cult. That's it. Also, a few Siyumim ago, it's a little bit hard to remember. There's so many Siyumim lately. Rav David Kaplan spoke also. And one of the things he said was that until you have Malakladim, until you have people that are going to make fun of you, then it means you're not doing something right. Or better said, if people are making fun of you, then it means that you're doing something right. And in my recent attempts to recruit people to the Shir, which I don't know if anyone has heard of, but if you join the Shir, you get a free Gemara. Some people might not know about that. Join MDY.com. I think there's still a few hours left to sign up for your free Gemara. But anyway, a lot of the responses I got were people laughing at me. Oh, you're another one of those. Oh, you're another one of those. Oh, you're another one of those. So I just, smiled and went on my merry way. One of the things that makes me an addict, and when I say I'm an addict, I mean that if there's a day that I miss coming to the Shir, Baruch Hashem, I'm zoted to come to the Shir live. If there's a day that I do miss it and I have to, watch it on YouTube or something else, my day is different. As Ravelli says all the time, it's not about the Daf, it's about the Yomi. And it really has changed not just my days, but my life as a whole, from pretty much A to Z. And that goes back to the people when I was trying to recruit. One of my friends said to me, he says, Eitan, can I ask you a question? And I said, sure. And he says to me, tell me please, because you're not the first one to approach me about this, surprisingly. What do you get if you get me to sign up for the Shir? So I said to him, I'll tell you the honest truth. I would get a free Gemara, I get an entry into a raffle, and that was it. And, again, smiled and went on with my day. But as the day went on, and I thought about it, after a gnome asked me to speak, I was thinking about what I'm going to speak about. I actually came up with a better answer for it. It's not what I'm going to get, but it's rather what I'm giving to you. Because of the fact that my life has changed so drastically in the past 2 years, and when I say from A to Z, I mean from my Shalom Bayis.
where my wife will say to me, "Oh, Motzei Shabbos, there's a pile full of dishes in the sink. That's, if we have 10 guests for Shabbos, that's a small Shabbos." And she'll say to me, "Oh, you have to go to your shir, you have to go to your shir, go to your shir, go to your shir. Don't worry about it." Exactly. Thank you. If it happens to be as far as my Pino, I was talking to my 19-year-old yeshiva buffer last night. And he's having certain issues, and we were discussing certain of the issues, and one of them was getting up in the morning. And I started laughing, and I said to him, "I'm really not a morning person either." And he said right away, he's like, again, 2 years is a long time. That's in recent memory, because I always remember you as being a morning person. And it's amazing the co-op of the year, of cult, of whatever you want to call it. A lot of times in my business, I end up staying up all night. I'm busy all night. I can go to sleep, Baruch Hashem, I don't want to give myself an ayara, at 4:30 in the morning. And automatically, 6 o'clock, 6:15, I wake up, no alarm clock, no nothing. Look at the clock, say I want to go back to bed. And I know if I go back to bed, and I go to the shiur later, I'm not going to get a seat. So, we talk shalom l'shma. Seven-year-old daughter doesn't get to hear the good morning Rabbi. For Corona days, because we're not out of it yet, she would see me right away. She would say, "Oh, you're doing your shiur now?" And I would say yes. And again, that of seeing a father do has amazing impact on, I'm sure, not only my own household but everyone else's. So the question is, what keeps people coming back? And what attracts people to keep coming and keep coming and keep coming? And to this, brings me to a different focus of the MDY family, which everyone always speaks about, but it's something that really is amazing, is how is it that at 7:15 in the morning, I don't know the number, but there's a large number of kids and teenagers that are showing up at 7:15 in the morning to sit through a shiur in Gemara. So, I was listening to a shiur the other day by Rav Daniel Kalish, and he said something, and the idea he was trying to get across was how each person has to make the Torah their own. And he said, Torah Hashem is ever present, ever knowing, ever instructing, ever reaching, and ever relevant to each and every yid that learns it. But the power of the Maggid Shir that we're open to have is he makes the Torah that he teaches all those things to each and every person that comes to the shiur. And I think that's what attracts people to come to the shiur. And it's also that fact that we mentioned the MDY family, a big part of the family. You hear all the stories. We heard at the last Siyum, someone from Noam's seminary that was stuck in America. And right away, someone from the shiur got in touch with her, said, "Here's a credit card. Whatever you need, don't worry about it." When I will post something, I was recently in the States for 4 days, and I posted something on my status, and right away I got messages from this one, that one, and the other one. "Oh, you're in New York. Why didn't you tell us you were here? We would have taken you out. We would have done this. We would have done that." And it's an amazing thing. One of the things I remember of Eli saying in the beginning, like brachas, the beginning of brachas, was that Daf Yomi is something that whenever you're traveling and you see someone with a Gemara, chances are that he's learning Daf Yomi. So that right away was an attraction to me. It's great to be part of that. But these days, the way we're going, if you're going to be traveling now internationally and you see someone with the Gemara, not only is he most probably learning Daf Yomi, but there are a very good chance that he's doing the shir and he's part of the MDY family. So, since our resident doctor has said that people's ADD is kicking in, and I've gone too long, and I'm a little bit outside my comfort zone. Okay, so I'll keep going. So, as uncomfortable as I can, here I'll step a little bit further out of my comfort zone and basically sing the song. It's a song that you're all familiar with, especially the band, I'm sure. But you have to listen to the lyrics at the end, and then you can chime in. Rabeli, hey, Rabeli, you mamis changed my life. You mamis changed my life. Rabeli, hey, Rabeli, you mamis changed my life. You mamis changed my life. Amudim, oh amudim, you teach us one at a time. Amudim, oh amudim, how does on the days take so little time? Rabeli, you mamis changed my life. You mamis changed my life. Rabeli, I'm not the only one. Rabeli, you mamis changed my life. You mamis changed my life. So little time. Now the funny thing about that is I was just thinking of today also, as one of the people I tried recruiting said to me, says, yeah, now it's the easy Masechta, it's Taanis, Megillah, Chagiga is a little bit more complicated. After that, guess what's coming up? Yevamos. I'm trying to imagine in my head, and I hope Rabbi started working on it already, because there must be some interesting charts. And, you know, if Ahmed Bays is, you know, I'm looking forward to the interest of the Ahmed Bays over there. I'll end off with one last thing. One of the beautiful things about the MDY family, Rabbi mentioned it, I'm not sure if it was today or when it was, is that the MDY family encompasses Yidden from all walks of life. Okay? I always say it reminds me of Uman. You go to Uman, you see Yidden from every walk of life. So tonight, for those who aren't aware, is the Yerk side of Rav Nassim. Rav Nassim was the main, Rav Nachman, Rabbeinu's main talmid. We always say that without Rav Nassim, so we wouldn't have any teachings from Rav Nachman, because Rav Nassim broke down all of Rav Nachman's teachings that we had. So on that note, I'd like to thank all the people who stand behind Rav Eli, because without them, there would be no MDY. First and foremost is Rebbetzin Stefanski. I'm keeping Rav Eli out of bed every morning and making sure he comes this year. And the rest are the support team. You have Gary, who's always running the show on the technical things, and who's always getting yelled at by Rav Eli and taking it with a smile. You have Philo, You have with Nachman Seltzer, who so eloquently introduced me, sitting next to Ravelli and always making sure he reads every word, and always keeping Ravelli on his toes, and always putting Ravelli in his place where he needs to be, with no busha. And the rest of the group, Yosef Biliak, who one thing everyone needs to learn how to not sleep at night. And take lessons from Yosef, because if you ever go on the chat, he literally doesn't sleep. And the endless things that he does for this year, and everyone else, Noah, Menachem, Mendy, and everyone else in the room, and everyone in the family. Yeshua's not more this year. He said it himself. When he decides to learn about Yomi, and that Akron is Yeshua. So many people in pastors, when we talk about no busha, that is Yeshua Aaron Price. He'll go over to anyone, he'll get in their face, he'll say, "You're good at me, like the cheapest theater I told from across the street." He gets into people's faces, and I don't know how many people I've heard, "Oh yeah, I started doing the right, you started doing the job." There was this guy in the supermarket, and he just harassed me so many times until I showed up. And once you show up, you get hooked. So I'll say Mazel Tov to Ravelli, Alden Simon, and this is still just the beginning of the journey. I'm sticking around for the cruise, which some of you may not know about, but it is coming, and it's getting closer and closer. And we should just be zaycha. One last thing also, and this is really the last thing. One of the things I love about this year is how Ravelli is able to take out the lessons from the Gemara, and I don't know how big it is already, but there's so many classics that Ravelli takes out from the Gemara, and one of them was the Kaber Mago, which he said was one of his favorite lines, and I fell in love with it right away also. It means, right, the breaking of the axes, that they broke the axes and they said we don't have to chop the wood anymore. So I think we can apply that to so many different things in life. I finally last night deleted Netflix and Amazon. The real reason was I've been saying I'm going to do it forever, but I said I can't say it in the speech tomorrow night unless I really do it. So that's also a breaking of the act. And I'm sure everyone in their own lives and their own ways has broken something in order to do the daf, in order to be part of the MDY family. And we should all give ourselves a pat on the back and keep going behind our high. So yeah, so they did speaking tonight. You're long enough. Wow, unbelievable. Okay, moving right along. Is a special, I think, in between guest speaker has just walked in, and this as a way of introduction. I learned a tremendous insight from this person. Many years ago, I mentioned this in the museum, but many years ago, Kornfeld, the Roman de Gras, his back was hurting him, and my father was there for Shabbos on my house, and he does work, does body work, and he asked for Kornfeld, he wants to come over, and he will try to help him feel better. And he was talking to Kornfeld, and he said to him, "How do you think it's coming along? How do you think the Kehillah is coming along?" And Kornfeld said a line that was very, very, I felt it was a tremendous line, it was very deep. He said, "We'll only know how the Kehillah is coming along in 20 years from now. Then we'll know." And I have to say, I've been here for 20 years, and I watched the Gras go from a little room in Nachal Gila, where we were there, to a caravan, a bigger caravan, and then to the gigantic, beautiful building on the corner of Luz. And I think that is such a beautiful example, because it all started very small, but someone who has the sight, the vision of where you could go and what you could build.
And that's a tremendous thing. That's also what's happening with us, because Noam, I asked him, in the beginning, I said, what are you doing, Noam? What are you doing? What's your point? And he's like, no, you don't understand, he says to me. You don't understand what this is going to do. And I have to say, usually I do see far in advance, no stuff further with it. But without further ado, Rabbi Kornfeld,
I'm sorry you can't be there. The story. The story that two Jews that were eating on Shabbos. And one was saying, we call it Shabbos, we call it Shabbos, we call it Shabbos. And the second one said, we call it my stomach, we call it my stomach. So the first one said to the second guy, come on, Shabbos, say call it Shabbos. So the second guy said to the first guy, you're working on Shabbos, I'm working on Emes. Kamavan, if you join on Shabbos, also become Shabbos. We feel something on Shabbos. So we have the Anshe Emes, the straight to say that we're going to take on the next set then. But you know that it's Hashem has such a beautiful example of Shmuel. Yeah. What? Connect us to our Creator and to see the beautiful real. This real is the key of the mission. The mission that says, if you learn Torah, all you think that you say it, Torah Mazeh. Probably over here, Mazeh. I can't get one of the whole team and one of the right things over here all over the world. Brings us tremendous good in this world and the world to come. Should be certain that today we're making the scene of kindness and the kindness a fast day today. This should be the last fast day. The school said the kids are going to leave that Torah. It says, and here's the Shem that Yula will come with having you in.
Okay, so to make the scene now, and to say the Hadran, there's somebody here very special. He has a lot in common with Rebelli. And I think of two very strong things he has in common with Rebelli, and one thing he doesn't. One, he had a business in a bad part of town, and he doesn't do it anymore. Two, he's a pilot. I guess he doesn't do it anymore either. But, you do. He does. And 3, I know Rabbi Eli many years ago, before he went into real estate, he gave a lot of thought to being a cowboy. Nice, he decided he was a cowboy guy. Without further ado, the song I'm going to be for the hydrant and Eli for the.
My boy. It's over. Look around the room. We were here 30 days ago. Look at the growth in 30 days. Every seal. First seal in my living room. And he expanded to the porch. I was saying this morning, we had a seal in Toronto with more people that I've never met, never seen before in my life, than we had a year ago here in Massachusetts. So the growth is overwhelming. It's hard to fathom. We're in it, we're experiencing it, but we're not understanding it. At least I'm not. So we have a tremendous first effect to the British level. First, I have to thank the people involved in the Siyum first fight. I've mentioned his name a lot. Tomer, thank you very much for everything you've done. Well, of course, before I forget, because I didn't write this down, you see on the table, Stell 2019, it's off by a year. The number 1 wine now in America is Stell 2018. I'm not kidding. One of the biggest wine critics gave it the highest score, one of the highest scores ever, Stell 2018. That was sponsored by Mr. Jacobs, right? Sabrina, Mrs. Kanyansky, who took care of all the details and catering and all that, that fly. Unfortunately for us, she flew out last minute with her husband. So she went Mrs. Kanyansky. Having our gear, making sure that we all have food, and the guys that didn't pay don't come in, you know, to the door, and show you having everything you do for the sale. Of course, no on fix. We have to appreciate when he's here. He's leaving soon for like 3 to 4 weeks. So, are you going to be at the next year now? Gary Ben Moshe. That's why we get into it all the time. You know what? Once I'm mentioning Gary, I have to mention his wife, because he keeps doing pizza right behind you. She gives me a thumbs up every day. So Yishkaya. Yosef Biliak, Rabbi Sa'adi. Oh, here he is. Yishkaya for the wine. He is here. Okay. Yosef Biliak, all his editing, and many hours, and you don't realize he checked me at 11 o'clock at night. You're going to give me 8 minutes video. You're going to give me 8. So I give him 8 minutes at 11:30, 12. He has to start editing and start sending it out at 1, 2 in the morning. It's the whole process. Then he comes in the morning and starts all over again. So thank you, Yosef. I want to thank Masano Ganis. The voice deserves a raise, but every single time you ask, you delay it by a month. 2024. The Salagans, one of the biggest forces in MDY right now, pushing the Gemara initiative. Yossi Klein, also behind it, pushing the initiative. Nachman Seltzer, sitting next to me every day, pushing. Yeshua Price, Shkoya. One of the biggest forces in MDY you might not realize are sitting right here in the room, the title of MDY. Tremendous coming. So, everybody for coming. I want to tell you something very interesting. I don't know if I shared this with anyone. One of the reasons I believe, I mean, there's a tremendous Yad and I don't know the reasons at all, but I do remember the thought process at a certain time. I was giving a share here in UK, and there were about 10 people, started growing, the shul was going outside, grabbing people off the street, growing slowly. And I had this idea. I said, I want to record my voice line, my son-in-law, Jacobs, right over there. And just like that, the guy in the blue sweater. But also, one of the assignment players. He's an incredible, by Berkowitz, he learns all day and night, but he also does the das. It's an amazing thing. Wow. So, seriously, I was thinking that I think since I'm giving a shir, and I don't really learn with my sons, they don't like learning with me. It's common. I don't blame them. I'm one of those fathers. I'm facing out. They don't like learning with me, whatever the reason is. I said, what if I record the shir, and one day, if they ever want to, they'll be able to learn with me. I was thinking like a little bit morbid. All right, they'll pull it out and say, what? Not bad. And he said, good share. So I started recording it.
And then somebody told me, you're already recording it. Why don't you record it and send it out live? You're already recording it. Something called YouTube live. So we started streaming it live. And all of a sudden, one or two people watching.
What is going on here? And Nachman Seltzer had a friend in Brooklyn, and every single morning, Nachman would use the opportunity to say hello to his friend. He'd go, good morning, Avroni. And I'd say, good morning, boys. And then one day I went to him and said, Nachman, you're ruining the recordings. Every single recording starts with good morning, Avroni. There's people watching. He says, nobody's watching, nobody will ever watch. He did not say that, Nachman. And he used to say, what do you care about this guy on YouTube? We're here. All 10 of us are here. You don't care about us, you care about them. I'm like, this is going to grow. It's going to be a wildfire. I'm ignoring you because that's what I do. I don't care what you have to say or what you didn't say. I'm talking now. I have the money.
I don't think I said it will never grow. That is how. If this person, he's a man, it's Mission Impossible here, and if he wants to do it, it's going to happen. I don't think I said it's never going to grow. At that point, maybe I said, okay, because nobody was listening. But when he puts his mind to something, it's going to happen. He says 10,000 people, it's going to be 10,000 people. That's it.
I might have said, I don't know if I did, like that. I remember what he said. I said it, I did exactly a little bit. He said something about part, we don't care about those guys online. Concentrate on us. We're in front of you. We're with Deborah. Who cares about them? And I always thought you got to care about the guys online because that's where the growth is. It's going to grow exponentially, whatever the word is. So, today, I want to call up my two sons, Yoel and Luzzy. Come on up. As you know, everybody knows, part of this year, the first day of kindness, I had a little bit of a breakdown. As I was preparing this year, usually the first stop is my toughest stop of the set, because the Siyum ends late, and I get home and you're exhausted, and then I have to sit down and start preparing that this year. I usually get up really early, I'm tired, so I was very tired and emotional. And as I'm preparing, the thought came to my mind, wait a minute, this is Kiwi's reception. Or some Kiwi. And then I went to look for his nose and I had pictures of it, and it all started coming together. So when I got up, so I cried that morning. I'm crying to myself and tears and I shook it up, emotional. And then when I got this year, I was sure, same thing that happened with my daughter and my son-in-law was there. The 2 months before her marriage, every day, I would be walking the street and I would start thinking, wait, she's going down the footpath, and I would start crying. And I was sure that when she actually gets married, I'm going to just fall down on my feet. But what happened was, I cried so much through those 2 months that at the football, I was smiling, and I didn't, not even one tear. So I figured something was gonna happen, but that's not what happened. I ended up crying live. Okay. But the Siyata Shemai, I said it then, and it's unbelievable Siyata Shemai. My 2 sons, come over here. They're very shy. This is Yoel. How old are you again? He's 11 years old. Wait, what grade are you in? 6th grade. When's your birthday? One.
Who's his daddy?
Anyway, all this stuff. This is Leslie Nathan, as a shot. Leslie. These 2 boys, on their own, without discussing with each other, decide on their own they want to learn MDY Siyum. And so here they are, after a full month, day in, day out. This guy right over here is in Chicago, and every day we hear the same thing. Someone goes, wow, I can't do it. How do people do it? 14 hours straight. I have to get up at 7 in the morning, 6:30 when you get up. 6:30 she gets up and comes home at 8, 9, and he complains. But after all the complaining, he sits down and he does the dot. Our boys, I keep my hand. So it's a very big source for me. That this inception that we started off with source for our team simple and take. That my 2 sons, Lozzie, he's a tremendous athlete, by the way. And Yoa is working on it. He comes every single morning with me, and he does daf after daf after daf. And this is his very, very first Siyum, and Lozzie's second Siyum. I'm very, very proud of you. And here, in public, I want to know something, because if I say to them, it's not going to happen. I have not been on a real good vacation with them in a very long time. We used to go skiing every single year, at least once to the Alps Center. So I want to tell my son, within the next 2 weeks, let's do it. I want to take you guys scuba diving. As a gift, spend some time with you, and it's something beautiful that Yo asked me many times. I'm telling you, it's valuable stuff. We'll do it in a good place, in a significant place. So you should try to mazel tov. All right, my boys, moving on. So we're about to be deciding to accept them. And about 30 days ago, one of the first days of the second kindness, a gentleman, a cowboy, a 71-year-old great-grandfather came over to me, and he said that he's never finished an Masechta in his life. And I told him on the spot, I said, if you finish this Masechta, you're going to do the Haggadah. He said, deal. I said, so you better practice the words. I said, okay. I see he's even wearing his cowboy boots. This is amazing. So our boys, I'm just going to say the last 4 lines of the Gemara. It's going to be something like you've never seen before in your life. I don't know if there's a scene like this ever with music. And after I say the 4 lines, Reb Agoin, a cowboy, Michal, Carpenter, is going to say a Hadron. Omar Rula Bira, Omar Rebbe Elazar. Also, HaKadosh Baruch Hu, HaKadosh Baruch Hu is going to make a circle for tzaddikim, and he's going to sit between them in Gan Eden. Do you imagine the Hana, the Simcha, sitting with HaKadosh Baruch Hu in the Kodesh the Echad, Marib, and Toy, they start pointing. Each tzaddik is going to point at HaKadosh Baruch Hu. This is our hold on a second. This is the one we hope for. Negotiate and save us.
You got him his horse.
As promised, just one of a kind. I don't know if there's a scene in the world that had a 10-minute dance from a few words in the Gemara. Spontaneous. Wasn't so spontaneous. I thought about it before. We were in the band before. Okay, so spontaneous. But all my Balim and they said, this is our Hashem. We hope for him. To take us. Zeh Hashem to give Lord. No Gila, you dog. The Nismachah, we have in Shuasai. Hadron Allah, which was your problem, will stick the law with seven kindness. Definitely not the father's scene.
I just have to say really couple words, not like some of the other speakers here. I would not be able to, or not the efforts, the month-long efforts of an individual, Leo Linsky, started in on the before we got to the Taanis. The night before the Yom HaSefer, that was the Shabbos. Go to bed, no Leo said I should come, I'm tired, and it's late, and I gotta be there at 7:15. I'm shutting my phone off. I have a WhatsApp from Eliyahu with a picture of this Gemara with the MDY logo was put out. I got one for you. Hope to see you in the morning. I couldn't disappoint you. And I haven't missed a day, and I don't intend on missing a day. Invested real estate all over the United States. I was speaking to him a few weeks ago, and he tells me, you know where I'm speaking from? I'm speaking from the home state of the biggest Mabitze Torah in the world. But I'm thinking, he doesn't invest in Vegas. He doesn't invest in Michelle. He's in Columbus, Ohio. Home of the Schottensteins there. The Schottensteins make hope that the biggest Mabitze Torah in the world. But I want to posit that perhaps Ramat McShemish is the best. Rebellion is referred many times to the reason people weren't into learning and discusses. You may have had a bad Rebbe. I had that bad Rebbe. I had more than one. And kind of a distance set, put it mildly. Thanks to Rebellion and Rebellion, I had a new set. And for the first time, I mean, I've been in business my whole life, but the business is realistically going to go at any 9 o'clock in the day, and like, what's they going to be like? Right now, at 9 o'clock in the morning, whatever else happens in the day, I have to come to something of substance because I have done the job. And I owe it to Nelly, and I owe it to the Trevor, the MDY Trevor, which I see. If it's a cult, I want to be part of this cult. The MDY cult, my agent Sire, Freda, who is working for the winning as long as I'm willing to go out the door and do the job. I don't know if it's hard to learn that. It's hard to learn. So we start in that's kind of thing starts in one, but all that they was I don't know if that's kind of hard to learn. Died a lot of time to learn. When it starts enough, it's kind of when it starts to be done around us. I don't know if it's kind of hard to learn that. It's kind of to learn. But it starts enough, it's kind of when it starts to be done around us. Right to the have the rail and finish so saying, all my take money, all my papa. I need a papa, not my papa. I heard a papa, I'm worried about papa. Rock my papa, rock is my papa, circle my papa, other my papa, down with my papa. Our God never hates the resource of the field of fears on police trail. We have corona, that's it, that's I am police struck on the smart and place of seven smart. We always have made for 7 to 1. He some careful man or rush or stuff that he wrote he some I know name to get for me and me. We're gonna have to we're gonna have to I know he'll have saying to some came yesterday, Metro some came yesterday. So I must be very much. I'm much being here, cover, hey, much being from ten. I'm a hey, I'm a come stuff, I hate I'm stuff. I'm not in the hay rots. I'm not in the Yom Kippur, they're not in the Shabbos. Remember, I told him to get the Shabbos, and she come near up. The Yassi Mayan, but he had that thought. Got some Necha, Mile, and I. Change the public sign, sets, Tanis, Kate has a past films, we set, sport, here, side on. Wilma Milani, which the last kind, it's called Grace with the Sakriava, the Kus, called tonight, I'm Ryan, some Nicha, Tom, Yamodi, and Zari, she was some, Shapara, P, Zari, Zerazari, and the one, Sky B. With his Alechot, Pat, so. We shot the clock tomorrow, left but also uses keep the rate method, we are seeing the caution time, or young Edina, the smaller bush of cover, and light oak, and when we came, and then we were in some over shalom.
Bagolo is Mantoid in Zorat, Ismail, Sador, Sador, Shop before they long for such or something, woman. I swear, the home, but what we say, a commandos, we like so because of tradition, because of the whole function of the kind of things we play. We can't call them my lord, woman. So I'm Schmeier, about the same woman. It's a shalom, it's a shalom, about the same woman.
Geschmack du da, Geschmack du da. Hey! Aha, aha, hey, hey, Geschmack du da, Geschmack du da. Hey!
Track in the zero. I mean, schlepping achas. Unbelievable job. Everybody please find your seat. Our keynote address is about to begin. Okay, before the minister speaks, the minister will eat something again. You want to speak now? You good? Okay. So the minister is going, he's going to speak. I just want to introduce him. I want to tell you, besides the fact that I've had this chus at times to sub for him when he goes to America to teach some of his classes with chus. And I learned with his Chavrusa from Mishnah Torah and the Shlomo Bornstein. There's a huge chus. But I want to say that I've written a number of books, and there's close to write a few books in my life. And some of them, do good, some of them do better. And every book has a mazel, and every book has its destiny. And I want to say that Benissel, how many books did he write? He wrote a number of books, but he wrote one book, which he laid, that was a tremendous, tremendous success. And it didn't speak about tefillah, and it spoke to the whole world. And every book has a mazel, and that book was your mazel, Baruch Hashem, as a speaker and as a writer. And tonight is big because we've had many speakers give the keynote address at our Siyumim. And tonight we are very fortunate to have Rabbi Nachum Missel here, author, speaker, educator, and inspiring youth.
So, when Kedidi Tomer Levi, my old have you heard of the Belly Satansky? Back in London, back in the day, it's nuanced to figure out that we talked about a different fancy. They're actually second cousins. But the truth is, what I wanted to say with them is that to ask the question today to a from Jew, have you heard Have you heard that Eli Stefanski is a little bit saying that you've been living under a rock for the last couple of years? I just said this over.
That's how we all know.
Say what? I just said over to really not one fellow. I asked him the following question. They don't say that he gets the biggest share in the world today. I asked, has there ever been in history anything like this? Since the times of the Tanoim, the Amoraim, has there ever been one man that has the koyach of the Chatzos Torah who gives a share, and 8,000 people listen all over the world?
Mashiach, Mashiach, Mashiach.
Then I asked him, tell you, what do you want from me? He said, I want you to speak at the Daf Yomi Siyum. I said, I can't. There's no way I can speak tonight. I have to explain. What? Now I'm going to speak double the song. A year ago, I was asked, can you please speak at it was a convention for women, speaking about healthy eating habits. And they asked me to be the keynote speaker. I said, you're joking, why are you joking? My 3 main food groups is basically coffee, chocolate, and ibuprofen. Me speaking about healthy eating habits is exactly like me speaking about Daf Yomi. I don't know if you get this. I'm a little outnumbered here tonight. There's basically 2 types of people on the planet. Those who love the Daf, and those that hate people learning the Daf. There's no in between. Honestly, I don't get thrown out of there, and I hate you guys. I really do. Let me explain to you. Let me like a catharsis. We're having a therapy session. So there are some shots. I sort of sneak out my phone, checking my WhatsApp, whatever it may be. There's always this annoying guy who's catching up. Who's always 3 blocks ahead. Those are the worst. You get on a plane, you look around, maybe there's like, a kosher movie. The guy sitting next to you opens up the Gemara, he's got to do the Daf. Yom Kippur. One day in the year, you hope you're free from these guys. They know they're laying in the guilt. You need a break, and they're rushing up to do the Daf. So to be honest with you, I don't know what it is. Discipline is not my thing. Asmara is not my thing. Why am I standing here? Honestly, to give you guys a little bit of homage. A little bit, you people are my heroes. The ones who are here to tackle you. I never wanted to be a marathon runner. I thought one day I could be a marathon runner. But you guys actually do it day in and day out. My father would have felt very at home over here. When my father died, anyone here from Northwest London, by chance, that already came to Roberts? She wasn't healthy. So Robert was telling me after my father died, he gave a share. There were all these top one dying in the share. My father sat in the corner. So I wasn't afraid of what I'm dying. In London, you know what? We get a star, I'll get a star back. But your father was the guy who knew the kiss. Your father was the one who actually quote from a Gemara and, oh my gosh, your bonus. Just by the way, I just want to get you some records. I hate it when you guys say, the famous Gemara in Yavamas. There's no such thing as a famous Gemara in Yavamas. So we only one when we say these things. And my dad, Baruch Hashem, he was Zaycha, heavy spare minute, he would do the kiss, and he knew the stuff. So I want to start off, before I say a short Torah, it's actually going to be long, but I'm doing this just to annoy the guy in the corner. I just want to start off. I saw a few of her Eli Shurim, and he always starts off with announcements and gifts. So I've done my announcements, but I want to give a gift. I have in my hands something I want to give to her belly. It's very special to my heart. My great-grandfather used to run the precursor to Daf Yomi. In those days, it was called Chevra Shas. It's 100 years ago. My great-grandfather lived in the city called Dej, which was a city of Talmidei Chachamim. He was a dayan there. And he worked with the Balabatim. And every scene that he did, he gave it to Torah, which is basically a mixture of Lomdus and Chasidus, connected the Lax and Sapta to the Lunar Sapta. And it's called Mavasa Tarik. So I'm turning the tables around. Ellie, this gift is for you. Thank you very much. It's very hard not to notice, but tonight.
Oh, yeah, I give him two because.
Very hard not to notice, but tonight is Servatatus. We just making the Siyum Taanis. For me personally, I'm sure for a lot of people present, so to the Earth site, May Beret, we wish you here at Taanis from the Bronco. So I want to connect about what you guys just accomplished with this extraordinary day that we're about to enter. Some of the thoughts will be from my Rebbe, the ones that are MS, the rest are my own ideas. It's an incredible thing. Tonight begins 24 hours where we enter into a siege. The idea of the siege basically means the Klal Yisrael can no longer express themselves. Klal Yisrael are in siege. Klal Yisrael can't express what they really want to say out in the big wide world. The Chazal tell us with the siege came a breakdown in the actus of Klal Yisrael. Actually, 3 times a day, you and I talk about this. You need a doctor? Yeah, we're wrong. And Rabbeinu Bachya both say there are 6 brachos in the Shemona Esrei that talk about how to bring the Geula. 6 brachos. It climaxes with the Samach Tev and Abdullah Mashiach, and it begins with Kabbalah Shofar L'Cheir Seinu. We ask the Kodesh Baruch Hu this shofar, the psalm makes Kabbalah Seinu. The shofar, says Ramesha, corresponds to our national purpose, and the psalm makes the Kabbalah Seinu needs to bring us into Achdus. The first step to bring the Geula, Klal Yisrael need to get their act together. They need something to ma'achid them. So I want to share with you the following thoughts. Every month, come to the Shabbat. The Arizal, the Gra, we talk about why it has to be this way. But according to the traditional custom, this month is the 10th month of the Jewish calendar, corresponds to the 10th Degel in Parshas Naso that we just read. It's Machane Dom. Sarah-B'Tevis is the Taanis that Dom comes to fix. The Sheikh Dom in Parshas Baleitzacha has a job to do. Sheikh Dom is the Ma'aseh, the Kalamachanes. Says the Chizkoni, the job of Dom is to find every single year that doesn't fit in and give them a mockery. This is the month where Achdus fell apart. And this is the month where Machdus can be fixed. Dom provides a home for every single year, every single dropout, every single person that's been rejected by the system, every single person that finds he doesn't have a place. Machane Dom says, I'll find a place for you. It's incredible. Is that in many places, I'm going to give you 2 examples. Chazal take Machane Dom and put them on par with Machane Yehuda. Most famous of all, the building of the Mishkan. Betzalel was Yehuda. In Aliyah, in Achisama, was the Machidam. The idea is to build the Mishnah, the centerpiece of Klal Yisrael. We need two things. We need Malchus, we need the kings, we need the leaders, and we need those people that make sure that every single kid has a place. I want to say a Kiddush. Incredible. Thank you, Michelle. It's the 10th after. Wow. I want to say incredible Kiddush. This is my boy side. It's okay to eat, but you have to listen to the next line. Yehuda, the first thing he did when he came down to Mitzrayim is he built a yeshiva. Yeshivas have always been the survival of Klal Yisrael. Wherever we have yeshivas, we survive. What does Machane Adam do? Machane Adam understands that it's not enough to have brand name yeshivas. You need a system where every single kid has a makom to learn Torah. I believe that Machane Adam came to its final vision with a man called Meir Shapiro. Meir Shapiro had a vision, not just to learn a daf every day. His vision, he writes about this. He wanted that a Hasidic yid from Lezhensk could meet a businessman from Minsk and they could share the same daf. He wanted that one day a yid by the name of Eli Stefanski should give a share where, if I understand correctly, the Yidden from Calgary, Alberta, can connect to Yidden in Vienna, Austria. And not just because Eli likes skiing. It's an incredible thing. The Torah is built on these two Amudim. Yehuda is Lakewood. Yehuda is Nemir. Yehuda is Panovich, or whatever politically correct thing I'm supposed to say now. But Dom today is the power, the incredible power of Daf Yomi, that every single type of kid can find their place. You have a microcosm over here. I don't even have to ask if they're Hasidim and they're Ashkenazim, they're Sephardim, there's young, there's kids under their mitzvah here, and there's Zaydis. It's a microcosm of the vision of the Machane Adam. Now I want to say something powerful. I believe that you have no idea what you're doing. If you come home, you do the daf. You don't realize that your wife and your kids are also doing the daf, meaning the koyach ha'achdus that comes out of the daf, the vision of the ma'aseh done that comes out of the daf. This is the periphery of what's going on. You don't realize that your community is a community with Daf Yomi. It's a different kind of community. The whole kedusha is different. Everything is different. So the Daf Yomi has a ripple effect. It's ma'achid everybody. How on earth will we bring Mashiach? So I mentioned already, the Mashiach is coming. The first thing we need is the Kabbashik to go to the sun mace. The Kabbashik, in that mace, that banner, is the daf that Meir Shapiro wanted. It's that thing that's ma'achid. It's that lightning pole that brings everyone together. The next bracha is Hashiva Shekini V'Rishayna. That's the bracha of Yehuda. That's the bracha of Malchus. That's the bracha of leadership. First we have the Achdus of Dom, and then we have the Malchus of Yehuda. How incredible is this Rashi I'm about to quote here? Rashi brings down, this is Yeshaya. It's based on a pasuk in the Zeis of Racha. Dom Gur Aryeh, Yinazik Min Abasham. We know that the two people are called lions. One is Dom and one is Yehuda. Rashi brings a medrash. The pasuk in Yeshaya says, "Va'aryeh kabaka yeichal teben." Who's the teben? Teben is Esav. Teben is the Ram as well. How on earth are we going to bring Mashiach when there's so much evil in this world, so much things that can bring us down? Every single one of us or our families are struggling. The internet age and everything that it brings, a world that is going down every single day. Who's going to bring everything back up? So Rashi brings, it's Yehuda and Dom who are compared to lions. They eat the teben. Together with Yosef, which is a different sugya. But from the children of Leah, you need to get rid of all the shmutz and all the tzars. To bring the Melech Mashiach, you need an aryeh to eat the teva. There's two types of lions. There's a Chaim Kanievsky. There's the Rosh Hashivas of Mir and Panovich and Lakewood. The Minister Eli, and all the other heroes of the Daf. That every single morning, day in, day out, they're doing what they're doing. It's a pella. What I'm about to tell you now, when I heard it the first time from Ramesh Shapiro, I could not believe it. We all know Yud Kei Vav Kei is Hashem's name. Yud Kei Vav Kei is what Hashem's with us to create the world. I don't know if you can realize this. We are paranoid about Yud Kei Vav Kei. Every single parish in the Torah is Yud Kei Vav Kei. Except for Parashas Miketz and Vayigash. Yud Kei Vav Kei lost. We lost it. When did we lose it? When Yosef was sentenced to Galus. For 2.5 parashas, there's no Yud Kei Vav Kei. How can that be? How can such a thing happen? When Moshe Rabbeinu is missing from one parasha to Tzaddik, we all go crazy. And here's 2.5 parashas where Rizal points out. Somebody very special has to bring back the Yud Kei Vav Kei. Where is the first place that you see Yud Kei Vav Kei coming back? This week's parasha. Does anyone know? L'shuascha Kibisi Hashem. You got it. Who is that? That's Yaakov talking about Dom. Dom brings back Yud Kei Vav Kei. Dom is Gematria 54. The Mukabalim bring down Shari'er. If you want to see the list, you can find it in Pardes Remaining. There are 54 tzirufim of Yud Kei Vav Kei that spread around the world. 54 is Gematria Dom. Dom is Ma'achei, all the Yud Kei Vav Keis into one. He's Ma'achei every corner of the world into one. And Dom is the one that brings Mashiach. This is something in my mind. It's a Daf Yomi phenomena of what you're doing to your friends and your neighbors and your families. Is the Ma'achet, is the Ma'aseh that symbolizes Dom. One last thought, and this is really one last thought. This Shabbos, I davened by Dayan Dale Sale in Herdorf. The Balkair is a Yedidi Nafshi. We went to Yeshiva together, Reuben Kamenetsky. His father is Rav Nachman Kamenetsky, the son of Rav Yaakov. One of the treats I had was after Reuben finishes laying, he always comes up to me and says, "Oh, this Shabbos, he said something crazy. He said something insane. His father, Rav Nachman Kamenetsky, when he was a bachar, went to Brooklyn. The Friday night entertainment was to go and hear the Scholar Rebbe, S-K-O-L-E, Rabinowitz. The Scholar Rebbe in the 1950s or 60s, whenever this happened. His entertainment was, he would sit there in front of all these Talmidei Chachamim, and he would challenge them. Give me any pasuk in the parsha, give me a few minutes, I'll come out with 7 new perushim on that pasuk that's never been heard. So you can imagine this was a skill. So 7 new pirushim. So some kutzmata, some oiker chacham, Parshas Vayigash throws at him and says, "Obnei Don Choshen." They're singing a song. And this Rebbe has to come up with 7 new pirushim on these 3 words. Some of you got that reference, I'm sorry. And then he gets up with these 7 pirushim. 7 of them come ask me. 6 of them I forgot, but 1 I'll never forget. He says the Shemona Esrei is 18 brachos. 3 times a day it's 54. Obnei Dom. The result of davening 3 times a day, Choshen. Choshen is Oisios Mashiach. The darkness bring Mashiach. How cool is that? So now I want to add my own 2 cents. My own 2 shekel. B'nai Dom Choshen. The B'nai Dom. The ones that spread out the 54 tzirufim of the Oisios Hashem, the Daf Yomi learners. The B'nai Dan, Daled Nun. Dan is the Daf Yomi, Nun is the Nace. It's Ma'achid everyone. Choshen, you are the ones that bring Mashiach. Rabbi and so inspired, I'm even thinking I may start the Daf. Honestly, don't put down in any way that you're just doing a daf. You guys are waging war. You guys are the fighters on the front line of getting Mashiach. But when they down in the source of people like you, Choshen, we should be safe to the mouth of Mashiach from Yomi. Thank you so much.
Ellie wants to know if he wants an English one. Now, a little bit of a surprise before we do our final speech of the night. One more speech. A little surprise for Avi Factor. Avi Factor is going to speak. I'm kidding. He speaks enough. I do want to call up now two boys. One, are they here? Okay. One is celebrating his bar mitzvah, and one is about to celebrate his bar mitzvah. One who just put on tefillin, and one who's about to put on tefillin to sing this song for us.
Why is the side kid up there? You have to know how to sing.
counseling. Okay, and now for our final speech of the evening. That's guys, unbelievable. Rabbi Nissen mentioned Rabbi Pinchas Roberts. I want to tell you a little story by way of introduction to our final speaker. A Rav in England called me up and told me the story. He said that he came back from vacation to his shul, and he heard that one of the members of the shul was very, very sick. Just before I tell you the story, I have to mention one akudo, and that is that there's a person here in the hall tonight, and he, a while back, the Rebbe called him up to the front of the room and he said, like, why did you come to Eretz Yisrael? And this person said, I moved to Eretz Yisrael because I wanted to join the shir. Moshe Zaretz. I moved to Eretz Yisrael because I wanted to join the shir. I have to tell you something. Recently, I moved to Makashenish Gimel Stein. And I was thinking, a lot of people came to me, what do you do with your apartment? You rent your apartment, what do you do? And I said, I don't know, I'll see, I'm going to rent it out, but I'm not looking yet for somebody. When I'm ready, I'll look. And one day I hear Moshe Zaretz looking for an apartment. I call him up and say, Moshe, I want you to come see my apartment, tell me if you want to rent it. He comes with his wife, he says, this is my apartment, he says, I want to rent your apartment. But listen, you cannot get closer to MDY than my old apartment. It is literally across the parking lot from MDY. And Moshe Zaretz came from America to Eretz Yisrael because he wanted to be in the shir. And the Baruch said, that's what you want. I'll give you a house across the street from the shir. That's what it is. Moshe Zaretz, Yad Mishmael. Back to the story. So,
Apparently, Nachman doesn't want to be in the shir.
Wow, that's unbelievable. That's so funny you would say that because it's called Schar Alicha. I don't know if you heard of this. I have to get up earlier every morning now to come to the shir. When I was supposed to park it on, you'd see me much as jealous. Okay, thank you. You ready? You good? So this story, the Rav tells me he came back from a vacation and he heard one of the members of the team was very sick. And he called him up and said, Rav, I need to speak to you. And he came to the Rav and he said, I understand that I'm about, in a few weeks, I'm going to go to Shemai. What should I do? I have a few weeks left. What should I do? And the Rav said, it's a question. What do you say to a person who says, I have a few weeks left? He came up to his wife and he said, this is like us. We have 6 weeks to Rosh Hashanah. We also have a few weeks left. But the difference is we think we have time. This guy knows he has a few weeks. He said, I got together with him and I told him, each person it's a different thing. It doesn't matter what I told him. I told him what he should do. And when I was talking to him, he said to me, I have to tell you something. Can I tell you a story that happened to me? And he said 19 years ago, his daughter was born. And his daughter was very sick when she was born. She was a baby, she was sick. And him and his wife in the hospital in London, in the hospital, they had to do the operation. And on the morning operation, he called Pinchas Roberts, the Rav in the head of the das. He called him, he said to him, he called his Rav, he said, which should I daven? Which should I daven Shabbos? So his Rav said, you should daven or Pinchas Roberts. And he called Pinchas Roberts, he said, this guy's coming from the hospital. He looked out. So he said that he comes from the hospital, an hour and a half taxi, an hour and a half bus ride, and he comes to the shul, and the Pinchas Roberts mamish greeted him warmly. He gave him a seat, and he said he was sitting there in the shul, and after davening, he thought he'd go back to the hospital, but Pinchas Roberts said, the voice side, this year over here, his daughter's having an operation right now, the hospital, you have to take the Hillel for his daughter. So the whole shul stopped, 100 people, and they said to Hillel, he couldn't say a word. He was so disappointed, that happened to him. More of a, I'm a guy, he never had such a thing, and everyone said to him, he was so touched. And when he went back to the hospital, he felt a whole different way. He was mamish different. He came back with a certain tikva, certain hope. And he says he was in the hospital with his wife, and somebody said, knock on the door of the room where they're in. He goes to, there's a woman standing there, he doesn't know her. He says, who are you? She says, my name is Rabbi. And I came all the way from Hendon. I brought you food
to Shabbos, hour and a half bus ride each way. I know you didn't eat anything. I came to give you food, and I'm not leaving you there. You're gonna sit there right now. You're gonna eat this food. I didn't want to know that you ate. He said it's very smart because it's very easily we could have just not eaten, and that would have sat down. He said, "I'm not sure that the Chesed Rebbe Roberts, because his daughter passed away, but he never forgot the Chesed. Not then she lived for many years, but she eventually passed away. But he never forgot the Chesed of Rebbe Roberts." So we all heard the story. He said this is like the story of his life. This person had one story that he wants to talk about. And he says he heard that Rebbe Tzimravis there, when the Rav retired, relocated to the community. He said, would it be beautiful if he could make a reunion between Rebbe Roberts and this Yid? He tried to make a reunion, but it didn't work. For whatever reason, it didn't work. He says a few days later, he had news that this Yid passed away. And he went to the Tahara, he went to the Levaya. Right after the Levaya, he gets word Rebbe Roberts passed away. Rebbe Roberts passed away, and the Tahara of both of them happened exactly the same time. So he came home, he said to his wife, what's the lesson there? And she said, I'll tell you what I think, she said. When you do chesed for another person, the more you do with that person, you create a web, a connection between you and that person. And the more chesed you do, the bigger the web is, and the more people are connected, not just in this world and the other one. And the more chesed you do, the bigger the web is, the more people are involved, and the greater the connection is, and it never breaks. And that I feel, she said, the connection between this year and other times. It started 90 years ago, it never stopped. They passed away exactly the same time. And this is my introduction for the next and final speaker tonight. See, a few weeks ago, I was talking to Danny Fong, and he told me a while ago, I had a story, and he told me the story, I listened, but I didn't like mamish. I wasn't a spoiler. And then recently, he said to me, so many things have happened in my life because of the story. I said, you know what, it's fine. Come to my house. I want to hear the story. I want to hear every detail. He came to my house. And we sat for an hour. And he told me the story. I told the story. But I tell you one thing. What came out of this story was he has an IPO. Basically, we're about to create a chiddush. Like the delegate of this IPO in Torah to stop. Grab the stock. Otherwise, it's going to disappear. There's an initial buy-in. If you want to buy in, you get it right now. But Danny created this in Tzedakah and Chesed. He raises money for specific different causes. He puts it out. He has people who jump for his stock. He raises a certain cap. He caps it up. And boom, people grab the stock. And he raises the money. And then on to the next stock. Unbelievable thing. This is the soul of the story that he told me. Today he's creating stocks and selling tremendous mitzvahs as a stock. People want it. He has a whole bunch of people who join him. So he left my house. I'm like blown away, especially Danny. And so I get a phone call. And the guy says to me, happens to be the guy I know. He's a part of the ship. He says, listen, make me simcha. Make me simcha. Yeah, you maybe can help me raise some money for simcha. I'm like, thinking, wait a second. I just met the man who does the IPO. He just walked out of my house. I said, I have an idea. I'll call you back in 2 minutes. I called Danny. I said, Danny, you can't believe it. A minute ago, you walked out of the house. A minute later, somebody calls up. I need to raise X amount of money. Can we do it? Danny did it this week. He raised the money. He put the IPO out. He raised the money. Boom. I want to tell you something. He does this. Whatever, we're not bragging, but the point is the man does this on a regular basis and he's a master of chesed. I like the Rav's wife said, he's creating a network of people. And the more you do chesed, and the more that network's created, it's not just here, it's the 3 amudim, like the Belly always says. So I wanted, but Danny started to speak, he's the final speaker, but I told him, Danny, I want him to come up and introduce his son. So Danny, you're not yourself.
I actually don't say really, I know in public, one-on-one,
Right here.
like I said, I really never speak in public. I'm just gonna just real quick, and just, a lot of people here, and it's really it's supposed to be here. I want to tell Malcolm Seltzer, I've known Eitan Agor for a lot longer than you have. I was in second grade with Eitan Agor. We went from Yeshiva Flatbush to MTA to Neve to Ramat Shemesh. Eitan once said to me, "You always follow me," and every day I sit behind Eitan Agor in this year. And I see his head in front of me, and it's inspiring. And I want to thank Eitan for that. A lot of inspiring people here at Valley. I want to thank Valley who's done for me and my family. I don't think there's anybody in this world that's done more for me, my family, my kids, more than Valley and MDY. It's on a very high level. I'm not going to go into details now. But it's really amazing, and I really feel blessed to be here. But I'm really not here to talk about myself. I'm not here to talk about anybody else. I'm really here to talk about me, who I think is the biggest side in this room. I'm here to talk about, or really just introduce, who I think is the biggest side in this room. And my son Shmuel Fine is sitting over there. And I want to introduce, I want to bring about. And my wife is here, and I know she's checking a lot of Mathis. And I want to thank everybody for being here, the MDY family. It's really family. You should all know Shmuel brought in his Zadie, my wife's father, who's also a Kohen, into the MDY family. My father, who lives in Modine, he sits on the dock every morning. So we have 3 generations on both sides doing the dock. And I don't know if there's anything else that we're doing to accomplish that. So I had other things to say, I'll be honest with you. My mind is just exploding with ideas. So, but I'm just going to give over the mic to Shmuel that's out.
I'm trying to talk the other speakers. I was asked to speak at the CM in the beginning. I was pretty skeptical about speaking. Obviously, I gave it at the end, here I am. Now the question is, what am I going to speak about? Torah isn't really much on to, and I'm not the type to give for Torah or anything like that. But I would like to give you all a little insight on what I've been experiencing the past month. I'll start with the lesson I learned a while back that stuck with me throughout the years and helped me tremendously throughout this past month. I came across a YouTube video of a graduation ceremony in the University of Texas. There was an incredible speech given by Admiral William Harry McRaven. In the speech, he talks about his experience as a Navy SEAL. He goes over 10 lessons that he learned over his years of training that still stick with him throughout his life post-army. Although those 10 lessons inspired me to make significant changes to my life, there's one lesson that stuck with me through the years that really put its part this past month while doing the down. I want to share this lesson with you because I feel like this is one of those things that I've used to help me overcome certain things that I don't particularly find easy. He talks about making your bed. I'm sure you're probably wondering, what does making your bed have to do with that? As Admiral William Harry McRaven says in his speech, during training every morning as they got out of bed, the first thing that they have the trainees do was make their beds. The commanders would inspect every inch of the bed to make sure it was up to their standards. They even flipped a coin on the mattress and popped it, and if the coin popped back up, they made the sheets more nice and snug. Now, why am I telling you this? I remember the first day I did the bath. My dad texted me the night before making sure I was ready to wake up at the MDY. In my head, I was ready. Having in mind, I used to sleep until 1 in the afternoon. Anyway, anyway, I went to sleep. I set my alarm for 6:50. The first thing I texted my dad when I woke up in the morning was, "Can I go back to sleep? Do I have to go?" He responded something that really reminded me of the story Make Your Bed. He responded, and I quote, "Go to this year, go home, and go back to sleep." I responded that I would think about it. I replied a couple minutes later, and I had decided that I want to go back to sleep. He goes on about how the first day is always the hardest. He said, just get to the shear, have the coffee, go home, take a nap. After I thought about it for a bit, I realized if I went to the doc, I wouldn't have energy to go visit my friend who was at the hospital. I'd just be too tired to do both. My friend was in an induced coma at the time, and I really wanted to be with him. Nobody was sure what was going on with him, but we really knew we needed miracles. I asked my dad which is more important. Should I go visit my friend at the hospital, or should I go to the shear? He said, go to the shear. I said, what if he dies today? Like, what would I do then? He guaranteed me that he won't. It was a pretty big guarantee. I made it clear to him that I was on 0 hours of sleep, and the odds of me falling asleep at work potentially were pretty high. As you may have guessed, I got up and I made it to the shear. I walked up the stairs to MDY and I couldn't believe it. It was packed. So many people wake up every morning for this. Now I was curious what all the hype was about. I walked in, there's like 4 coffee machines with plenty of coffee and tea for everyone. I wait my turn, get my coffee, and sit down next to my dad. I'm still not too sure what I'm doing here. Then Rovelli walks in. Good morning, Rabbi Sai. The shear started. I was doing the daf. I'll be honest, I don't remember exactly what the first year was about, but I know I didn't fall asleep. I found myself genuinely interested. It was pretty cool to be in an environment that I never thought I'd see myself in, let alone being interested in. Though the Gemara isn't necessarily easy, I was able to understand most of what was going on during the year. The topics were interesting, and overall, I couldn't have asked for a better opportunity to start something that I never thought I'd get into, let alone enjoy waking up in the morning for it. I found that this whole experience really relates to the story of Make Your Bed. For the past couple of years, I came across the video. I've been making my bed every single morning. It became something that I don't even need to think about anymore. I wake up in the morning and I make my bed to perfection. It's that simple. I wanted to relate my speech because I feel like a lot of people have reached out to me during the past month telling me I'm some sort of inspiration or whatever. As I'm honored to receive all your messages, I want you all to know that you too can be that inspiration. We're not any different. I'm not a celebrity. I don't have any special talents. I'm just a dude who makes his bed in the morning. And just like I wake up every day in the morning to make my bed, you too can wake up and do the daf. I want to take this opportunity to thank all the people that really inspired me through this incredible and yes, not ending journey. I first want to start with Rabbi Stefanski. The energy and passion you put into the shir every morning is absolutely incredible. I don't think if the shir was given any other way would I be able to keep up. So thank you for the opportunity to connect the Torah in a way I haven't connected before. Next, I would like to thank a true legend in the MDY community, Fishel Gross. Yes. For those of you who know Fishel, you know the amount of chesed this man does is unbelievable. When I first started the daf at the beginning of Taanis, Fishel happened to be in the country, so I had the opportunity to meet him on the first day of doing the daf. I won't forget that he showed up late though. Anyway, the shir finished and Fishel asked me if I'm staying for Shabbos. He told me if I stayed, he'd take me out to breakfast. Sadly, I told him I couldn't. I had to make it to the hospital. He said, don't worry, stay for Shabbos, put on tefillin, we'll go for breakfast, and I'll get you to the hospital on time. Finally, I gave in. The only problem was I didn't have tefillin, and I'm not even sure I remembered how to put them on. Luckily, a friend of mine, Barda, who has been doing this, he's been doing the daf for a while now, he was there and he guided me step by step. And there's many more. I can honestly say that the guidance, encouragement, and love would not have been able to get me this month. Last but not least, I want to thank my dad. And I was the biggest parent of stuff. Almost making sure there's hot water. steps, but this month has really been like a giant leap, like one giant step. I'm really thankful for the support of my immediate friends and family, as well as the support I've reached from strangers. I don't know where this will lead, but I'll tell you this. Never give up on anyone who is struggling. Show them love, show them support. Don't judge them, and give them the time and space they need to heal. Miracles can and will happen. Is that your last one?
I'm happy you were the keynote speaker. What can I say? That was What a way to end off tonight. What a way to end off tonight. Just the dude who makes his bed. What we think? Everybody said a big round of applause for Schlepping Nachas. Come on, you guys deserve it. All right, for benching, the lead of benching, a wonderful, wonderful year. I love this year. All the way from Miami, Michael Benching, the man who pushes Miami. The benching. The Michael.
I want
The voice just one last thing. Very, very emotional and inspiring. With me right here is Ozzy, right? Ozzy is 12 years old. He came out of surgery this month and was able to complete the dive. It's unbelievable.